Let's talk about growth. There is no growth in the old. With the past, now, which is of the old, the familiar territory, it's very easy because we know what to do, we know how to do it, and we know what not to do, right? We know exactly, it's so clear. And it seems like life is almost perfect. In the known, living in the known, in the familiar, that's what the comfort zone is all about, which is the past. And essentially we are traveling in a well-traveled territory. That's exactly what we're doing. That's comfort zone. Now, even if it's darkness, you may be afraid of darkness, but if it's a known darkness, you can move with ease. And familiarity doesn't help us confront our fears. But this is something to be understood, that to grow we need to confront our fears, and growth is only possible in the new. And when we live in the comfort zone of the past, we don't really grow, right? When we are not growing, then we are not moving. Hence, we are not happy, because happiness is in the growth. It's progress, isn't it? Think about it. You see this. So what I see, growth is synonymous with fear, right? By allowing the fear, by confronting the fear to be there, we move towards growth. We start to grow. Doesn't matter what we are trying to grow into, we actually start to move towards growth. So life essentially is movement, isn't it? Right? Just look around you, look around everything in nature. It's growing. Everything is changing. Even the mountains, they grow by inches every year. Life never remains static, and that's the beauty. Everything is changing. Today there was something, tomorrow it may not be there, and the day after it might not be there at all. It might just cease to exist. And it's very easy to understand growth as economic growth, or a professional growth, or a career growth. Usually growth is understood as success, but you see, we are missing something there. We are missing something there. Do you see that? Do you see? It's the inner growth. It is subjective growth, which is very important to us as long as we are relating with the world outside of us. It's extremely important. And that, what I have discovered is, the more we look into the unknown, unfamiliar, getting out of the comfort zone, whatever you want to call it, there is a dimension throbbing with life. And I really like to use the metaphor, the river, right? Be like river. A river naturally has to move into new dimensions, new territories every day. It has to face new challenges and new problems and new situations. But I suppose that's how we grow, when we are confronting as many situations as possible, moving into the unfamiliar, confronting our fears and overcoming them. Every time there's a new fear which is coming up, and that is growth, right? That is growth. So if you're like that, then let's go into adventures together, right? Let's move into the areas of life where there is a dimension waiting for us, right? Let's discover something new, and that is progress, that is growth. Growth is not just about quantity, it's about quality, right? It's about quality, it's about subjectivity. It is moving into the inner dimensions. It's just expanding your perceptions, it's expanding your consciousness, and that is growth.